Hello there, Only One Kenobi here, Only One. I'm going to start this video in here. This is my prequels wall. I want to talk to you about the retro collection Phantom Menace line. I can't believe that they don't have any photographs of it on Hasbro Pulse's Instagram. I noticed this weeks ago, by the way. I just haven't got around to doing this video. I want to look at the publicity shots for all the card backs. But when I do get them, and it's a wave I'm looking forward to, I'm going to put them into here. Retro collection got a bit of a love-hate relationship with it, but I have time for things like this. This is what I always thought the retro collection would be for. The OT, original trilogy, for stuff they've never made before. And stuff they could have and should have made in the 1980s. What the hell am I doing? What am I trying to... There he is. He's right there. Can you see? There's Tarkin. Then you've got things like the Rebel Fleet Trooper they still haven't done, but still. Things like Phantom Menace, I always thought they would do it. But yeah, so they don't have any pictures on Instagram for Hasbro Pulse. Do they want to sell this stuff or nah? Can't believe it. And also, who else? Yakface, even he only has one picture. So I got these images you're about to see on Gizmodo. They have all the images on there. And I want to bring it to you now, ladies and gentlemen. Then perhaps I'll upload it to my Instagram. But this is my prequels wall. It goes all the way down to the Clone Wars there, Revenge of the Sith. But I will take pride and joy in stitching into here the card backs that will come with this wave. Like things like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. I do like having variants next to each other. For example, look at that. The old Maul, the new Maul, and I'll put the retro Maul next to it. There you are, that's my plan. Let's take a look at the wave now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Alright, so what excites me the most about this wave is that they're going to be on unpunched card backs, which is fantastic. As you can see, it's in this display box. And that's really great. But again, I can't understand why Hasbro Pulse haven't uploaded these images, the ones you're looking at right now that you're going to see in this video. They are not on their Instagram, which I find bizarre. And again, I'm really looking forward to this wave. I can't wait to see them. 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace. And when they first ever announced the retro collection, one of the first things I thought about would be things like this, you know, the Phantom Menace and films and movies and parts of Star Wars that have stood the test of time. And I dare say the card backs are so good, they were for the vintage collection, that these will be really nice counterparts, and I can't wait to get them amongst the ones I already have, and especially new card backs like that one for Amidala. Let's have a look at him. Speaking of which, there she is. It's quite funny, of all the figures that they are going to put out in this wave, they have obviously given them the Kenner retro look, but about a year ago I got hold of the Power of the Jedi Padme Amidala, Queen from the first scene. Beware, Viceroy. The Federation's gone too far this time. That Padme, that's the first outfit she wears. And I dare say, yeah, that's a really good figure, the one I opened about a year ago. A lovely figure, but yeah, you can see they've dumbed it down here. It's not got as much gloss and finish on it. I think that they've put a plastic in the Power of the Jedi one, that those things look like they're lit up as they are in the film. They've got lights on them. But that is, I suppose, yeah, it's got that, like that Princess Leia neutral look for the face, a very basic retro look. But what really excites me the most about this figure, just have a quick look at the side there, is the card back. And just giving you a quick look at these things. There it is. Look at that card. That card back is so good. As Queen, there is currently only one figure of Padme as Queen in the vintage collection, also in the Phantom Menace line. That's when she's wearing the black outfit when she's talking to Palpatine, which is a very key scene. I'll sign no treaty, Senator. You know that one? God, that sounds like Obi-Wan Kenobi, that voice I just did. But the fact that they've made a card back for retro, it opens up the question, will they make another TVC figure for Padme, for the Queen? And that's my favourite outfit of hers, I think. It was in a lot of publicity shots, that look for Natalie Portman. So that's that. Then we have Qui-Gon. This is the only figure of the two Jedis that come in this pack that has a robe on it, which is a little bit sad. It would have been nice if they'd done one for Obi as well, because that's what makes this figure better of the two of them. The fact it's got the robe. It's a really nice looking figure, that. Do you know something else, man? The more I look at these figures, the more I actually think, I don't often do retro collection loose, but it's making me want to open them and Easter egg them on my shelves. I've got lots of shelves and I have Easter egged, if you want to call it that. Put some figures from the original trilogy, primarily the New Hope figures I've put inside my loose figure collection, which is all exclusively modern figures. But I have, just for fun, Easter egged some of the classic figures in there. Like, you know, classic Leia, New Hope Leia, and Farm Boy Luke and stuff. But I could see me, oh man, I'd actually quite like to have these guys all together as well. That'd be awesome. Anyway, there is a robe you can get for the Obi-Wan Kenobi that came in the Kenobi series Obi-Wan for the retro collection. You could maybe put on the Ewan figure, which is coming up soon. There's the card back for Qui-Gon. As you can see, it directly links to the vintage collection image, the card back image, which is a beautiful image of Liam Neeson. That I really like the Phantom Menace line of Kenner imagery, or Kenner cardbacks, because that's what they are. Obviously, it's post-Kenner era, but that's what they are, man. Oh, the only issue with them is the stickers are big, and yes, they do have that crap all around the outside. Also, it looks a little bit lighter. The weathering on these looks a little less intense. You know that white brushing that they put on all the cards? Very weird. There he is. There's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Really sad that this doesn't come with a cloak, but a lot of his key scenes, he wasn't wearing one. Like the jewel in the hangar, but come on. They should have given him one so we could have him with and without. Don't understand that. Lame. Hasbro, if you're watching. What does this figure look like, though? Yeah, facial skull. Yeah, it's kind of cool, man. In that classic way that they used to back in the 80s. The figure does represent subtle likeness to young Ewan. More so than some other figures I've seen for Ewan McGregor. Anyway, there's the card back. One of my favourite card backs for the TVC, that. Beautiful image of Ewan McGregor, that. Very Star Warsy with the lights in the background. Love it. That's going to be great. Darth Maul, another figure that doesn't actually come with a robe. I mentioned the Jedi before, but actually, technically, this guy is in that ilk, a Force user. Let's have a look at the figure close up. The face, yeah, man. I'm digging that. He hasn't got a weird expression on his face like some Darth Maul figures have had in the past. Some of the figures we've had from Maul have been diabolical, but that's neutral, which matches that beautiful image. That's a great image of Ray Park. Great to see it return. I am really looking forward to this wave, man. I have been very lukewarm on the retro collection. I've love-hated it. I've told you this before. I'm repeating myself, but please do let me know if I'm wrong on this, because I've just been through their Instagram, but they do not have any of these cardback images of images of the figures uploaded. But what they do have is the ones for Ahsoka and Book of Boba Fett, all of those ones they've uploaded. And I don't think the budget should be used for all that stuff. It's modern programming. I'm sure it's pulling in a lot of collectors, especially people who love vintage. But I don't think so, man. I think that retro, this reeks of retro. This is a 25-year-old film now, so anyway. And this is an interesting one. This figure is just absolute doppelganger for... Look at it. It looks like the one that came out in 1999, basically. And maybe even some of the 5 POA ones that came out in the 2012-13 era. But it's got to be in there. It's and do you know what? I do like the Battle Droid card back. And there he is. And I love it. It's going to be another variant for my... Well, I'm talking about myself, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a carded collector as well as loose. But I can see these fitting in really nicely as a variant to go in my carded room. So I'm looking forward to it. And finally, Jar Jar Binks. Again, I wouldn't mind having this loose. I do like Jar Jar, man. I don't know what it is. There's a certain cult thing about him now. It's a great looking figure, that as well. I like it. I'm going to have to order another set, man, I think. Better do it now before they sell out. The Return of the Jedi ones, I really wanted another set of them because my Royal Guard came damaged, you see. So, but they've all sold out, which is disgusting. Do they not want to make money? I'm sure that the world and his wife want to get hold of more of them. But there is the card back. I love this image that they chose for Jar Jar Binks, going back to 2012 now with the vintage collection. And look at it. He looks, that's the part of the film where you can take him seriously. He got given the Bombard General rank and he got put into the army and he's focused there, you know, steady, you know. I like Jar Jar in that moment. But then it all goes goofy again and he's chucking boombas around. Jar Jar, use on the boomba. Means I don't have a boomba. Take on this one. That reminds me, I must get hold of an MTT, one of those. Not an MTT, I've got one of them. A tank, the other tank. The droid tank, whatever you call that one. The ACT or something, I can't remember. If you know what it's called, let me know. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all. I'm going to flip right back to the beginning. Thank you for watching this and bearing with me. Let me know your thoughts on this wave. Are you looking forward to it? I certainly am, man. It doesn't float a lot of my friends' boats, so they're probably going to not want to watch this video, but definitely should have given Ewan McGregor a robe, man. There it is. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. The Retro Collection Phantom Menace line. Looking forward to it. 6 figures in the set. They will be unpunched. Looking forward. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.